Hello, gentle viewers. This is Out Guardian welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the Oakland A's. In our previous episode, we completed the offseason, and it wasn't a very busy one. If we take a look at the lineup, this is going to look awfully familiar to most of you. With the exception of Mr. Fujii, who was a Japanese player that we've acquired to solidify the center of our lineup. We acquired Jay Allen II in a trade in the offseason to give us a new starting center fielder. And we traded away embattled catcher. I always like saying the word embattled. It's fun. Embattled catcher Shea Langoliers. And at least for this season, replacing him with Kyle Higashioka. Lastly, we made some minor alterations to the starting pitching staff, but some of these came in actually last year. Perhaps most significantly is the promotion of Paul Skeens. If Mr. Skeens can pitch to the level we know that he can, I think we're going to be a special team this year. Now, he has already lost an entire season to Tommy John surgery. It was Tommy John surgery, right? Yes, it was. Well, a ruptured UCL. Which is actually not quite the same thing as Tommy John surgery, but I digress. So, that's what happened last episode. Now, before we continue, I did want to give a shout out to the people that made comments. You were all pretty divided about whether you wanted me to do longer episodes or shorter ones. I think for right now, we're going to stick to the shorter episodes, but I just want to get a few more seasons under my belt, see exactly how short the average off season is going to be, and then go from there. So, another comment that somebody said is, what about playing the games out? Should I be playing the games out when I am not the manager anymore? I'm going to suspend disbelief for the purposes of the playoffs. Partly because I want to show off the game engine, but also because I think it makes it more exciting to watch the channel. Almost as exciting as successfully muting when you're about to sneeze. Twice. Okay. So, that's why if we get into elimination game situations, I will play the games out. It'll make it more exciting for you to watch, and I think it's a nice compromise. Because it's still Mark Kotze making the managerial decisions. Although he keeps doing really weird shit, maybe not for too much longer, but we'll see what happens. So the important thing about this team is there's still a lot of room to get better. And even if we don't have a huge amount coming up in the minors, we do have some. I think possibly most frustrating is a lot of the players in that first initial big draft class have already started to backslide to the point where keeping them around may not even be a good idea. But I'm most interested to see how Carlos Jorge does. He definitely could be a starting second baseman in the not too distant future. It would decide, for example, that a Uribiel Angeles is no longer a good pick. Of all the things that we have, I'm most concerned about the offense. I think we're fairly well balanced, but we don't really have elite players other than Soderstrom at first and potentially Mr. Fujii in left field. There's a lot of room to improve. Also, let's not hide the fact that Max Muncy's also really good, as is Miguel Vargas. So we have good offensive players, but I don't know how many great offensive players we have other than Soderstrom and possibly Fujii. Pitching, I'm a little bit happier about. Between Skeens and Glass now leading the charge and a pretty good variety of starting pitchers with very few obvious weaknesses, I think it's going to be a competitive season. And that's our goal in these initial few seasons. We have a lot of work to do to build up from where, say, the current day A's are. And so that's kind of where we are right now. We also have some really intriguing players in our international complex, which is extremely exciting. Mr. Vela, I'm going to go ahead and promote you to Rookie League. To the Dominican Summer League. Because you're already 18. So yeah, we will let the rest of you guys based in your baseball juices. I don't know where I was going with that, but I have some regrets now. I have quite a few regrets. A personal message. Oh my. Josh Naylor. Yeah, that's way too much money. So I think we made the right call there. That's pretty wild. It's interesting that Paul Skeens doesn't show up on the top prospects report. Interesting. How are we rated as a minor league system? We're 10th. I wish it were higher, but I kind of get it. Let's see what this season brings us. We are picking 26th in this draft because I actually had a really good season last regular season, so we'll see what happens. Jordan Diaz and Nick Gordon both cleared waivers. I'm not surprised they did. Let's keep going. All right, so the early return on the season is we're hovering around 500. And that isn't a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination. I certainly don't mind hovering around 500. Losing Max Muncy is kind of a downer, but we're going to put him on the IL. Let him recover. And we're going to probably call up... So here's the thing. Carlos Jorge needs a little bit more time in the high minors. So I'm not going to rush him, and so we're going to call up Hernaiz, who's both already older and still a fairly... And this is something else somebody pointed out. I'm actually short a player. Whoops. So I will, in fact, call up a pitcher. Will I? Yes, Ryan Cusick, I think, is a good choice, giving us a little bit more depth in the pitching set. Yeah, so somebody pointed that out, and I almost forgot about it again. So thank you, eagle-eyed commenters, for your unwavering support and pointing me out when I do something stupid. All right, friends, let us continue forward with a full roster now. We can have Freddie Tarnock back. I'm going to send him to the minors. Oh, he's got to clear waivers. He's not that remarkable. I am more than happy to let him... Actually, I'm going to trade him. Because he by himself is not that intriguing to me. I can maybe acquire an interesting... Really? I mean, this is probably the game accurately realizing that I'm most likely just going to try to get him through waivers. So I think we just go with that. I could also just put him on a rehab assignment. I guess let's start with that. That can buy us some time to decide what we want to do with him. And then let us proceed forwards. Aw, womp womp. He had a 20-game hitting streak that ended, but 3 homers for Soderstrom is pretty nice. Many developments are not that encouraging. I do enjoy improving your potential, but I'd like you to start turning some of that potential into actual ability. That'd be super dope, y'all. The benefit of Fujii is that he doesn't cost me anything. In a real sense. So as long as he's at least mildly productive, we're playing with house money, kind of. Not gonna look at stats yet. Not enough at bats to make meaningful conclusions. Or I guess innings pitched, depending on what position you're evaluating. Nice. Okay, we can bring Max Muncy back. I see no reason not to. Or do I want to keep... Who's actually starting at second base right now? Is it Hernais or Angeles? It is Angeles. Oh my god. Why do you have Jay Allen batting leadoff? I guess that's not the worst decision, but it isn't very efficient either. Whatever. Hernais is off to a fairly hot start. But I think we are going to send him back to the minors and have Muncy instead. Just because I favor Muncy's positional flexibility, Hernais can really only play second. So we're going to let him do his thing. Batter of the week for Tyler Soderstrom. Very nice. Okay. Does anybody else have a hankering for Freddie Tarnok? I will add in like all the positions and just see if we can make an upgrade in other places. I don't hate the idea of adding another frontline starting pitcher. That's for certain. Oh, and Logan Gilbert also has this lovely little player opt out. I don't want Altuve or Boggarts. I can't afford either one of you. In a real sense. I could get Shane McClanahan. Shane McClanahan is real good. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. Really good numbers there. Let's frickin' go, guys. I love it. This is going to make my owner slightly salty because that's going to cost us money, but I also don't care. Also, Cusick's going to go to the minors. Shane frickin' McClanahan is going to do a thing. And then, yeah. This feels like we just got a significantly better pitching staff. This is going to forfeit some of my ability to sign players in the future, though. So that's always a consideration that we're going to have to puzzle through in the near future here. We're going to lose Gordon Lopez, Bellinger, and Higashioka. That's all fine. This is going to be a busy offseason because we're going to have to trim quite a bit of salary off the books. Either through the power of non-tendering, or the power of trading. Where's Soderstrom? Here's, oh my lord. That's going to be kind of yikes, but we'll figure it out. All right. The fans are pretty jazzed. Now, the big issue, well, I guess not really the big issue is, this is going to make you grumpy, because we're not making as much money. I could discuss team stats. Like, he's pretty happy with me. So I'm willing to just keep going for right now. And then see what we're actually looking at, where we can make some improvements and what we still need to work on. I won 10 games in a row. That's pretty dope. Skeens is improving his control. Jose Lopez is getting worse. Jacob Hudson is throwing harder. That's always a positive sign. Same with Derek Coro. Cool. Now, there's one thing that I am noticing, and I'm wondering if there's an obvious cause for this. No, we actually have a pretty substantial player development budget. I know we're not developing players that well, though. That may be something we have to consider. Paul Skeens is Rookie of the Month. So let's break down his stats right now. What is his issue? It just looks like bad luck to me. His walk rate is minuscule. He is allowing homers, which isn't always exciting. But he's also striking fools out at a pretty high rate. I mean, I know his ERA is high. That's not escapable, but it just looks like the home runs are an issue, but the bigger issue just seems he's just getting hit for whatever reason. This is great news because it means as he settles in, he'll be a lot more effective. And so that's going to be a real help to the team. He's also not going very deep into his starts, but he's also on a pretty strict pitch count. As time progresses, we'll take that leash off a little bit more. Tyler Glass now is a little bit more concerning. He's giving up home runs at a ridiculous rate, and that needs to stop, like, right now. So let's look statistically. How are we doing? Offensively, until you get to the bottom of the lineup, we're not in bad shape. Fuji isn't even playing now, which is pretty stupid. Wait, what? Why is he not playing? What? I swear, the game's obsession with certain players is really confusing to me. Like, I know Fuji isn't an amazing left fielder, but he's still, like, one of our better power threats. Whatever. If Mark Haas, like, he's being fucking stupid, I'm just gonna fire his ass. So is Jay Allen working out as a leadoff hitter? He is not, my friends. He's not getting on base frequently enough. This is kind of what I call classic AI brain, in that they tend to go, ooh, fast player. Let's pretend it's the 1980s, and that's the only thing that matters. Put the fast guy up first. That's not going to get it done. Yohel Pozo is also a real disappointment as our full-time DH. Soderstrom is excellent. He is already proving to be a very top-tier player. Miguel Vargas is also playing at a pretty high level. Will Brennan, not so much. Yeah. The offense is fine, but it's not very deep. So, we'll work on that here in a second. The pitching could be a lot better. I don't know what the deal is with all my starters giving up home runs. our park isn't really that bad for home runs. It actually suppresses them slightly. So the fact that all these pitchers are giving them up like they're going out of style is a bit concerning. But thankfully, we have the best bullpen in the American League, and these starters can't pitch this poorly that long. They will figure it out. So how do we fix the offense? One thing we need is we need to get Vavra out of the lineup. Like, I don't want him starting. Ever. And I get it, he's a good defender. And he does have some skills, but I like him better as a super utility guy than I do as a starter. So I am going to force us to start Fuji. He's too powerful and too good an all-around hitter to be riding the bench just because of this weird AI thing. So I am going to pick up the phone and be like, yo, Mark, fucking start him. And that'll fix that issue. The other one to replace is Pozo. I know he could be the most valuable Poza, but he's not. As a backup catcher, I have no problem with him. As an everyday starter, I do. So actually, what if we keep Vavra? Yeah, change of plans. He's going to be the DH. And if you really want to play Vavra or Rodin, you can play them in left. And now what we should see that Pozo becomes benched, which is, I think, where he needs to be right now. I mean, leading off with one of your best home run hitters is a choice, but I'm here for it. So here's what this accomplishes for us. This first all sends Pozo to the bench. Because I think his value is positional. I'm a fairly good hitter for a catcher, not I'm objectively a designated hitter that should get to play as much as he wants. I think this makes us a better team with only a couple of minor alterations. So that's fine. I still don't love Jay Allen leading off at all, but I'm willing to just let it go because I don't want to meddle too much. And then pitching-wise, I don't know what to do, quite honestly. I don't know what the answer is here because, like, Glasnow giving up this many home runs is really gross, but the rest of him doesn't look that bad. Is the defense the issue? That is a very fair point. How are we doing defensively? Let's look at zone rating. We're not bad. We're not amazing either, but we're not bad. Higashioka can't throw anybody out, which is funny because he'll see fairly decent at that, but okay. Yeah, it's not like any of our defenders are playing exceptionally poorly. We do kind of miss that one elite defender. But we've got decent defense up the middle. I'm not really bothered by the defense. I think it's just the pitchers are getting hit for reasons that are difficult to describe. But as we progress, I'm sure we'll see that improve. Jorge Lopez is out for 9 months. We're probably also due for a minor league review, so I'll do that here in just a second. We are really short on relief pitchers. I'm going to call up Chad Smith, and he will be our 26th pitcher. Okay. Juan Camejo is pitching quite poorly. in the Dominican Rookie League. We're just going to let him sit and hopefully figure it out. Aiden Harris. Harris doesn't have it. For whatever reason, he isn't hitting. And if you can't hit in rookie ball, you're not going to hit in the majors. I'm not going to give up on him yet. He is still very, very young. But I do think keeping him in the rookie league is a smart decision. Luke Orphy is starting to hit, and he's already 22. I need to test him, and I'm going to put him in high A. Let him play against some tougher competition, see what he can accomplish. Nolan Traeger needs to stay in rookie league because he's still really badly struggling. Alright, Orphy we already messed with. Landon Victorian is pretty terrible, as is Deuce Robinson. It's not a great look. Yeah. Who was my first round draft pick last year? I kind of don't want to know. But I'm going to look it up anyway. Let's see. Paino got traded. And Caminiti is already... Wait, did I want... I don't think I wanted you to be a pitcher. Is that why I acquired you? I think you're slightly more valuable as a hitter. Like, your pitching's never going to be that great. I'm going to set you to being a left fielder. You at least have a chance to make the majors at some point. But yeah, my draft record is not super great so far. Other than Skeens. I was so excited by some of these draft classes, and they just haven't panned out for us. Which happens, right? That's the issue with Major League Baseball. At a certain point, you're just not gonna make that happen. Man, Zanateo has really drastically gotten worse. Yeah. Oh, anyway. Let's go up to July. I really don't care. Oh, damn, we're giving Edgar Alvarado a chance to be in the bigs. Well, not in the bigs. I'm going to go ahead and set both of you as... I'm going to shortlist both of you, obviously. But I'm also going to set you both to disabled demotion promotion. Cody Bellinger would like to return. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I'm more likely to trade you at the trading deadline than I am to keep you. Okay. Did Nick Allen go 5 for 5? Nick Allen went freaking 5 for 5. That's amazing. That's not something you see every day. Higashioka, Dear Mr. Guardian. I do enjoy that name. The thing is, I can't afford to bring you back, though. Quite literally. I have no flexibility for future expenses. None at all. Despite having the lowest player payroll in the majors, I can add free agents, but I can't add long-term commitments. Is there anybody want to try to make a longer-term deal with? Miguel Vargas is not a third baseman. He isn't. He's a player that can play third base, but he's not really that great a third baseman. So there's some issues there. $7 million for Bailey Falter seems kind of excessive. I really like Mason Miller, and I think he's a very effective pitcher. But he's also fragile, and I don't know if paying $10 million a year is worth it. A lot of these guys are going to get traded in the offseason, though. I don't know that I'm going to mess with it right now. And here's the thing. As much as Vargas isn't the greatest player in recorded history, if I trade him, we lose even more production out of this lineup. And I don't have a ready replacement. Carlos Jorge only plays second. I could call him up and see if they can ship Angeles to another position, but I don't believe that they can. I guess he wouldn't be terrible at third. Angeles, and let me be very clear about this, is also working on extremely borrowed time. He's the kind of player where if he hits for a decent average, he looks really, really good. And if he doesn't, he isn't. So there may be a reckoning to come there in the near future. Whether it's Muncy playing, we could let Muncy play third. He wouldn't be a terrible choice there. Do we trade Vargas? More important, do we trade him now? His trade value will never be higher than it is right now. And he's going to make some other team a very fine first baseman or corner outfielder. Is trading Vargas sensible? And letting Muncy take over at third and calling up, say, Gordon or Jorge to be, or even Hernandez. I think maybe it is. I think maybe we at least try to trade Mr. Vargas for a package of prospects. Let's see. Robert Hassel III is a pretty solid outfielder who's a decent all-around hitter. I could get behind this. Brady House replaces us at third base in the short term. And Alejandro Campos could be a lights-out player. I really like this package, actually. I like it quite a lot. But let's keep looking. But I doubt we're going to be able to compete with that. Yes, I'm going to take this deal. What the fuck, man? Why would you even offer that? Yeah, I really like this top deal. We're getting some really talented players. Yeah, I'm going to make this trade. Done. Oh, I know things I'm going to have to put... Okay, so the first question is, do we call up Brady House to possibly play third base? He has played 0 games in even the media minors. So I think we're definitely going to deal with that. Zach Jackson, thank you for your service, but you're being designated for assignment. So I'm going to put Brady House. Oh, I didn't need to do that. That's fine. You're going to go to AA, though. Robert Hassel III is a really good all-around outfielder. He's probably better than Cody Bellinger. So let's try to trade Mr. Bellinger now. And look, for Bellinger, I just want one prospect. I think asking for a package is probably too much. Nobody? Really? I can at least look at other players, see if I can maybe add in like a decent one-year stopgap at third base. I'm not going to overpay for a reliever. That seems pretty short-sighted. We're going to grab Juan Centeno here. He's actually a pretty decent catcher. And this then lets me use Robert Hassel III there. And I'm going to call up Hernandez. And then we'll let the AI decide who plays third. Probably Muncy, though. Yep, there we go. Oh, you're going to play him over Will Brennan? I'm curious to see how that works out. I don't hate the idea, though. He's a pretty talented dude, is Mr. Hassel III, so... Alright, so that's 2 reasonably big trades. Well, Bellinger maybe a little bit less so. I think Pozo's another great trade candidate. Some other team is going to look at him, overlook his catching talent, and then give him a big contract. I'm not going to be that team. Now, I hear what you're saying. When Pozo is hitting for average, he's a really good and talented player. And I agree with that assessment. However, he isn't doing that. And batting average, I will beat this into the ground if I have to, is the most volatile stat an offensive player has. It just is. It's the nature of the beast. Some days you swing at 10 pitches, hit all 10 of them right on the numbers, and they'll all go into the outfield. You can't control what happens to the ball after it leaves your bat. So you don't want a player whose only skill is batting average, because then you're going to run into issues. I'm going to keep him for now, but as you get closer to the trading deadline, please believe me that he is on the short list for some things happening there. I'm going to take Terran Vavra, unless he's crushing it, which I don't think he is. I guess he is actually playing at a pretty high level. We can let him keep playing a bit longer as a treat. See how it works out. Okay. Cool. I think those trades are both good trades. We're playing well. I probably need to do something about Matt Manning. Whether that's just non-tender him and hope somebody else grabs him or something, but he's not really doing it for me right now. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to very seriously consider taking a reliever with my first round pick. I would like a little bit more depth in our bullpen. And we'll also put Campos on this as well. Campos honestly could probably go to short season A-ball. How is he performing? He's actually hitting in Rookie League extremely well. let's push the envelope ever so slightly with Campos, and let's send him to A-ball and see what he can do there. Joe Mack is interesting. If I wanted a catcher who can't catch, I could use Joe Mack. Joe Mama. No, I won't apologize for that. Okay. Cool. Cool. Let us advance up to the draft then. All right, let's make some coaching decisions. So first off, there's a fair bit of staff cohesion, so I don't want to get rid of people. There's not a good reason for it. David Forrest, I'm going to keep you. Mark Kotze. That's a really good question. I mostly trust his talent, and he has done a fairly good job. Oh, he will not let me hire a bench coach. That's going to be his call. Okay. I'll give him an extension. Oh, I see. I can keep him, but I can't hire a new one. If you look here, it says he wants to hire his own bench coach. All right. I don't mind him sticking... Oh, there he goes. Yeah, that is his choice. Okay. I could fire him, but I can't hire him again. Javier Goddard is actually a really talented coach. Let's go ahead and extend him. And then all the minor league managers get extensions. 6 people want to talk. Manuel Alvarez is a really good pitching coach. I don't want to lose him if I can avoid it. So have an extension, my friend. Mike Farmer has the potential to be a top tier bench coach one day, so I want to keep him around too. Francis Arias is a really fantastic hitting coach. We've got some good coaches in the minors, so Cooper Goldby is a little overstated as a hitting coach, but yeah, let's keep this coaching staff together to the extent that we can. I do think it's really cool, by the way, the manager is like, nope, I want my own dude. I think Vicente Sutras as a manager. That's what I think. So we're going to keep him around for now, but I think he's going to be a special manager. There's one other thing I forgot to check. I want to do this. There you go. Get our best teachers doing teaching things is always going to be a good thing. All right, let's sim up to the draft. So the owner, we're not meeting most of his goals, but that's okay. I don't know what I can do about attendance other than just, like, keep playing well. And I get that they're like, you're not promoting your international amateurs. I have until 2029 for that. None of them are worthy of promoting. We can discuss this. Let's do this. Let's take his new goal. And then that's something that we can work on later on, potentially. Just because I don't think we're going to increase home runs appreciably until we can get some good thumpers in the lineup. You would give me the Dial Lecomte. I don't think so. I'm going to set Juan Camejo for right now to being untouchable. But there is a fair chance. No, I'm not going to make him untouchable. I still think he's got some real talent, and I don't want to give up on him too quickly. But he is also very far away from the major leagues. As at anybody else's age. Like, let's not pretend like we're being unreasonable here. I kind of wouldn't mind adding to the bullpen if we can find somebody cost controlled. But I do think the best solution might actually be trading. Noe Magana is not that amazing. All right, let's look at all players. Oh, really? A top tier starting pitcher is just kind of hanging out. Oh, but Max Clark is like ready for the bigs right now almost. Oh, I like you a lot. Oh, okay. Oh, not what I expected at all, but you're a really freaking good player. Like, he's, like, let me be clear. I sign him, he goes right to Double A. And we see how quickly he can advance in the majors. He could be something really exceptional in the very short term. Can I pass up on a player who's this major league ready and ready to contribute? So, Dave Abbott has one and only one flaw that I can see. I'm going to give you a second to think about it, and then I'll tell you what that flaw is. He throws really, really soft. And he's not very big, so expecting him to throw harder isn't realistic. Everything else about him is fantastic. But I'm going to take a risk, and I think it's a risk worth taking. I think there's a reasonable possibility that somebody decides Dave Abbott is too rich for their blood and he falls to the second round. Because I really want Max Clark. I really want him, so we're going to take him. I was wrong. Dave Abbott did in fact end up getting taken by somebody else. That's whatever. I still think we made the right decision. I will take Alex Watson and just see how he develops through the minors. Oh, that was my supplemental pick for losing Brian Reynolds. If Rusty Ramirez had fallen one more round, I would have taken him. Guo Ning Liu. What a name. Fastball splitter changeup, no breaking pitch. That is problematic. The rest of his repertoire looks decent, but no breaking pitch is a no-sell for me. TJ Kruger. Great movement, stuff and control. No breaking pitch. I don't think you're going to be very successful. Fastball, slider, sinker. Not much stuff, but look how big he is. There's a good chance he's going to add some velocity. I think he's a good risk. I think we're going to take Mr. Luberta here. I want to look and see if there's anybody major league or close to being major league ready. Tristan Smith is, but there's not much to like here. No, let's keep drafting for potential if there's not anybody special. Do we have any big thumpers? Hi, Eric Bianti. You seem like a pretty decent choice. Oh, you've also got elite gap power. Hang on. No, we're gonna go for Josh Mathwig. And then we're in the 4th round. I will take Baptiste. And auto draft. Zion Malveaux is fine, but not enticing. Eric Batonti is, though. If I can get Malveaux for free, I'll take him. I'm not super into his overall deal, but Mike Frazier is worth drafting. I mean, Alpha D-Lock is hardly an alpha male. Great third baseman, though. I don't know whether his bat is going to be sold, though. I don't know whether he's going to be a great pick there. Alvaro Alvarado is actually going to be a decent catcher one day. I feel pretty confident of that. Bob Carhart. See, players like this just infuriate me. Because with this air, he's never going to be a middle infielder in the big leagues. He's doomed. He's going to fuck up too often, and you don't want a middle infielder making those mistakes. Look, my dudes, I'm just going to let my scouting director do his thing. Max Clark is quite seriously worth this entire class. This is going to give me, at worst, a top-tier corner outfielder who can also lead off. He's basically a super Will Brennan. But he does have the chops to handle center. So yeah, he offers us a ton of potential and upside. And he's going right to AA. I'm not even going to hesitate. I'm not even going to deliberate. He's going right up to AA. And he might be in the majors rapidly. Am I going to regret passing up on Abbott? Maybe. But I don't think I will. Because Abbott is such a soft tosser, I don't think he's going to be as successful as you might wish in the big leagues. Like, hey, I could definitely be wrong. Oh, we didn't look to see who made the All-Star teams. We will hear in a minute. So we had two relievers. Tyler Soderstrom. And that's it. 3 players made the All-Star team. My first baseman and 2 relievers. I guess. Like, I don't understand why, say, Paul Skeens wasn't considered. Especially when there's several starters who aren't as good as him. But regardless, that's where we are. Who made it from my prospect roster? Arturo, Carlos Jorge, Edgar Alvarado. There you have it. That's not really enough time to even put him on the IL. So we're just going to kind of let him stay on the roster for the moment. Okay, Max Clark. Step 1, disable. Step 2, AA. I'm going to push you. And if you can play the way that I think you can play, you're going to be in the big leagues very, very rapidly. The rest of you guys can do your thing. I'm not going to rush you or anything like that. The Braves would give me Ian Anderson for Max Muncy. This is really tempting. I like Ian Anderson quite a lot, but I'm not going to be able to afford to keep him. And so that puts a damper on this proposition. Because like Max Muncy is a pretty good third baseman, and I want to keep him until I have a better replacement. If you'd want somebody besides Muncy, we could talk, though. Really? Sure. You can have Wilfred Alvarado as a treat. Yeah, it's Falter. I don't know why I'm even questioning it. Let's get rid of Matt Manning. And then we'll use Ian Anderson. And then there we go. Beautiful. I am fully cognizant of the fact we probably can't keep Ian Anderson, and I don't care because he's better than Bailey Falter. That's kind of the story there. Garrett Clevenger. Fart noises. A mediocre center fielder isn't the answer to any question, unless the question is, why are you trading for a mediocre center fielder? I know Greg Allen. I know when he used to play for Cleveland, he was incredibly unexceptional. Jonathan Lowe is a starter. I will make this trade. As far as Hoyer, where do I want him to pitch? I mean, Lopez sucks pretty hard this season. There we go. Now, this fantastic, incredible bullpen is going to get a whole lot more expensive in the off season. So we might have some moves to make there. Neat. You know, I completely forgot about him. But he could be real special. As predicted, Matt Manning easily sails through waivers. Nobody wants his ass. Oh, it's already expired. Okay. No. No. There's nothing interesting about that deal. I'm more than happy to let Max Muncy play third. I'm just saying. We're going to go up to the trading deadline, and then we're going to do some explorations there. Guess who's going on the trading block immediately? Cameron Misner. Okay. You're offering me Jordan Leisure. That's a big fat reject. That's an even bigger and fatter reject, and that is the biggest and fattest of rejects. Let me shop Mr. Misner for a prospect. Really? Yeah, you guys aren't doing anything for me. I'll just keep Misner and non-tender him at the end of the year. Do. I am not going to trade for an expensive catcher if I don't have him beyond one season. Yeah, Michael King is going to get a shit ton of money in the offseason. He's a really good pitcher, though. Yes, I'll see people giving up relievers. Let me quickly have a peek at these guys. I don't want to trade Bailey Falter yet because I'm concerned about losing our depth. I just don't think I have many players to trade or to trade for. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Kyle Wright. But yeah, I don't think there's anything I want to do this day. I've got a new trade proposal. I don't want that, though. No, I can't give you Mason Miller. I mean, if you guys had a pitcher with team control for a season or two, I'd consider it, but my bullpen's already amazing. What I need is a starting catcher, potentially. Sebi Savala wouldn't be a bad choice. You can have Brian Andrade. That's fine. I also kind of want to trade Pozo. I think his value will never be higher than it is right now. Let's look at a prospect package. I can't even get one prospect. Yikes. Let me allow you to offer additional players and just see if we can get a decent deal here. Uh-oh. Did it just lock it up? No, they don't see a lot of offers. I guess it depends who they're including in the offer, though, right? This has to be amazing, right? We're getting, like, super ultra pitching prospect offers. I can only assume. Okay. It's mostly Pozo and Jorge, and I don't think I want to give up both of them. Yeah, I don't think this works for me. I don't want that deal. I never said I did. I like how you just made the exact same offer and thought this time I would change my mind. Um, a decent lefty out of the pen would actually be kind of welcome. You can have... You can have Tranquil. Is there anybody else that I want to acquire or that I wish to trade? No, not you. You don't have very many great prospects is your issue. Oh, what if I take him off of Untouchable? Yeah, I don't want to get rid of Pozo that badly. Okay, what if we do shop around? Oh, I can't. Because I think I'm out of them. Because I was actually going to package Misner and Pozo. Let's real quickly look for good young catchers. Because catcher, I think, is the one thing that I think we could use. Obviously, I'd love Adley Rutschman. I don't see that happening. Oh, okay. That's lame. Alright, let's get our 40-man sorted. So, replacing AJ Minter. We're going to send down Chad Smith. I'm going to put you on the 38-man roster, and then I'm going to send you to AAA. Oh, really? I'd have to put him on the Major League roster? I didn't realize that. What did I give up for you? I do want to keep him around. That's the thing, though. I do want to keep him around. And Higashioka hasn't actually been that amazing. Maybe he's the one that I waive. Like, it seems really short-sighted to, like, short ourselves a pitcher just to say add him to the roster. I'm gonna send Pozo to the minors, and we'll call him up later. Later. We're playing pretty well this season. We're certainly not playing flawlessly, but we are playing fairly well. And I'm very pleased to see that. Yearling Confidant is really improving. Max Clark is already improving his contact rating. That's bonkers as shit. You love to see it. Anything I need to mess with here? I've got so many reasonably good outfielders. I don't want to feel like I'm forcing him to play a particular left fielder. I'd almost rather play Will Brennan than Vavra. And in point of fact, the moment Max Clark is ready, Vavra's getting kicked off the roster. Actually, the real person who's going to replace Vavra isn't going to be Clark yet. It's going to be Confidant if he can come back this season. I don't think he can, but he is an elite power talent, and we don't have one of those right now. So I do think adding him to the roster would be a very good move. We're very positive looking at a future where we have Clark, Allen, Hassel, and Confidant as our dudes, and that could be real strong. Is the pitching getting better as I predicted? Yes. So yeah, let's just let this go and see what happens. Kyle, you dumb son of a bitch. Oh, that's a real bummer. I actually thought Minter was doing a really great job. But alas. I guess we'll take Jose Lopez back then. Oh no, Misner's hurt again. There we go. Problem sorted. I'm not going to tell you that I ordered one of my players to hit him in the head repeatedly with a hammer, but I'm not telling you that either. Yep, I can't do anything about that. Mark Kotze wants his own bench coach, which is reasonable. Even more reasonable is this lovely little winning streak that we're on right now. That can hopefully get me to help me win a division title. That'll be nice. Okay, player development. Skeens is improving. Wonderful. Pozzo's getting a bit worse. Max freaking Clark is learning how to hit for power, which is the one thing I didn't think he could do. Damn, son, look at Alex Watson. Hi. You're really already a 40 out of 80? Okay. First things first. Stop pitching. Oh, I need to take control of him, don't I? Yes, I do. You're never pitching again. You're too valuable as a catcher to let you pitch. And you're already drawing walks at a fairly high level. I'm going to push you, and I'm going to push you to AA. And we're going to see how you do. It is a new month. Let's quickly check and see if there's anybody worthy of being promoted. Alright, I'm going to remove that, because I don't care about you jerks anymore. Yeah, you guys aren't getting the playing time. I need to check one specific setting. Where is it? I always forget to set this. I think it's under rules. Oh no, you're doing it correctly. Yeah, you're doing it on potential ratings. That's what I wanted. They're just fizzling. Nolan Traeger probably needs to be challenged a bit. I'm going to send Mr. Traeger to low A. Aiden Harris finally is hitting quite well. I think that's worthy of a promotion. Julio's really struggling. I think he definitely needs some more reps in the rookie league before he gets promoted or considered a promotion. Juan Cameo just keeps pitching worse. He might already be a bust. Does, like, nobody hit well in the minors? Is that the law that we're all dealing with here? That it's illegal for players to hit well in the minors? Maybe. Oh, Campos is already in A-ball. He could keep a little bit more time there. Luke Orphy is crushing high A. Welcome to AA, my dude. Yeah, Jack Moss should have been promoted last season. Oh well. It'll happen. I think Max Clark goes to AAA. I really don't see too much of a point in keeping him even in AA when he's he's just murdering baseballs left and right. Like, it's not even hard for him. So we're gonna let him play in AAA, and see where that takes us. Okay. Let's do Jorge and Smith as our promotions. Oh, I can actually up to 38 extra dudes. Okay. We could bring Pozo back for that. And probably Ryan Cusick. That seems good. You can do your thing here. There we go. Aaron Judge is good at hitting home runs. Who knew? That is a real bummer, my guys. But you know what? Do I dare? Because I'll tell you who my best center fielder is. It's Max Clark. I know he's not amazing at it, but he's... I think we have to consider it. Like, Henry Bolt isn't that fantastic. Denzel Clark is a good defender, but he's not a very good hitter. I think it's got to be Max Clark. Welcome to the big leagues, my dude. Not Sahid Valenzuela. How will we survive without him? Okay, we get Confidant back. Now keep in mind, we have to have him on the roster because he's a Rule 5 pick. So let's real quickly update this. Okay. We get Minter back. I mean, you shouldn't eat baseballs. That's a problem, Joe McCarthy. Baseballs are not a thing you should eat. I mean, I hate to tell you how to live your life, but it seems like a really bad idea. Neat. A 5-for-5 day from Max Muncy. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Nice. We have won the division title. Brilliant. Boom. Playoffs made. Well done, team. Well done. Playoff roster. Now, here's my biggest issue. I can't play Max Clark because in the postseason. Wait, who are we keeping over Fuji? No. I like Fuji. Please put him back on the roster. I like him more than Fuckface McGee there. Vavra. I'm also not carrying 3 catchers. That seems pretty silly. Let's get Carlos Jorge on there. There you go. Oh, do we not get... Why don't we get a bye? Oh, because only the best 2 teams get it, and the Guardians and the Yankees are a little bit better than we were. Okay. Oof. Yay! Oh, my AA manager has decided to retire. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen then. We're going to get some promotions. Okay, so Adam Rosales is going to be promoted to AA manager. And who was the guy that I said should be a manager? Yeah, it's Jose Vicente. I'm going to promote you to being the manager of High A. Oh, really? Okay. I didn't expect that. I guess you promote Mike Farmer? I wonder if now Vicente will take a promotion to manager. No, apparently not. Okay. Let's get this dude to be my rookie league manager. Alright, gotta turn my audio on, and we're gonna see Paul Skeens in person, see what he can do. Let's do this. Oh no. That was a terrible hit. I mean, it was a great hit for Boston, but terribly placed for us. Yikes. That's not cool, guys. Don't melt down, Skeens. I know there's pressure, but you can do it. I believe in you. Oh, damn. Interference gets somebody out. That's not something you see every day. Struck out. What's his face there? Damn it, Hassel. Jay Allen would have gotten to that. Are you kidding me? I don't have another center fielder. I guess Alan freaking Roden gets to play center field. That's exactly what I wanted. Uh-oh. Oh, good. We got lucky there. That could easily have gone much, much worse than it did. I'm just going to let you do your thing for right now, Roden, and just see how this works out. As long as we're getting him to throw a lot of pitches, I'm okay with the odd strikeout. Soderstrom against Paulino, and that's a double play to end the inning. Way to go, dude. Way to frickin' go. That looked like a changeup at the end there. Yeah, it was. Look at this. Look at this. This is just disgusting. I love it. That's good shit, my dude. Muncie, easy peasy. We can stop these deep fly balls that startle me. Here comes your confidant and mine. Sorry, that pun was pretty terrible. I deserved to get in out there. Muncie draws a walk. And Will Brennan grounds into double play. I don't like this this tendency we've got now. Can we freaking not? Oh my god, quit giving up hits. There we go. There we go. Nice. There we go. Alright. We just gotta put together some offense, my friends. We gotta put together some offense. Like, Frederic Paulino is a good pitcher, but he's not this good. Really, Nick Allen? Really? That's where you hit that ball? Wow. There we go. A decently easy play for Allen. Striking out Mervis, which is a stupid name, but I guess you don't... I mean, you do get to pick your name. You have the right to change your name. Happens all the time. Friends, I could really use some freaking hits right now. Let's try and wear down Paulino a bit. He's been getting through innings very quickly because of the constant double plays. Let's try to do something about that. Ooh, that pitch was right on the corner. Do your thing, Roden. You struck out, but that doesn't annoy me that much. Because you worked the count. And that's what matters most. If I can get a 3-1 count, I'm going to let Fuji grip it and rip it. Do it. Or brawl it and ball it, maybe? Okay, he is pounding the bottom part of the strike zone. And another fucking double play? Okay, good. He beat that one out, but... You can stop at any time with all the ground balls that are just like double plays and shit. The no-hitter is done, guys. The no-hitter is done. And another easy ground ball. Good play, Confidant. Very good play. Muncie swallows that up, hucks it over, no problemo. We got him out, guys. We got out Ty France. We are way too good at hitting baseballs to be playing this poorly. We just got to keep working, and eventually Paulino will make a mistake. Nice work, Brennan. Very nice work. I keep wanting to calling him a Rubio Durazo, and like, no, that's the guy who played for the Diamondbacks. And the A's. Okay, we chased Paulino. This is our chance, guys. We've gotta really buckle down. and make some stuff happen here. I mean, a ridiculous diving catch is some bullshit, but okay. And that's an even easier catch for him. We're getting the ball out of the infield now, so we're making progress. Let's keep going, Mr. Skeens, or Skanes. I don't know how your name is supposed to be said. Man, the raw courage to throw these pitches wherever he wants is pretty wild, and I kind of love it. Oh dear. That's not coming back, is it? Skeens, come on, man. Really? At least he struck out the next guy. Do we want to warm somebody up? I kind of think I don't want to. But maybe we should. Maybe we should at least have somebody warming up just in case. Wait, Ian Anderson is randomly the closer now? Okay. They're going lefty, righty, lefty. Let's warm up Waldachuk. And then do your thing, Roden. Really, dude? You're just gonna sit there and stare at that? Okay. Really? Can you fucking stop? Really? None of you can make solid contact. Very disappointing. Skeens at 100 pitches. I'm just gonna pull him. And we'll let Waldachuk do Waldachuk type things. Just to be clear, I was really impressed by Skeens. He's very clearly an excellent pitcher, and I think we have a lot of memories to look forward to with him. He only made the one mistake, which is the pitch to Meadows. I guess the fans are upset. They thought he was out, probably. Nice play, Roden. Hey, for somebody who's never played center field before, he's doing a pretty good job of it. Can you stop fucking striking out? We are not a team that strikes out a lot, and yet we just cannot make contact today. Look, we're seriously either striking out or drawing walks. That's all we can do today. Would you fucking hit the ball, you jerks? Oh, really, jackass? And I didn't warm anybody up in the pen. I guess you get to pitch to the top of the order. You know, you fuckers can stop actually hitting the ball now. Nice. Yeah, we might as well warm up Minter. By the way, Mason Miller is coming in as the closer, for certain. If that becomes necessary. Well, at least one of my players can hit. It's not the one I expected, but I'll take it. Who could I bring in to pinch hit? Because I just need base runners, right? Let's go ahead and pinch hit Jorge for Higashioka. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the backup catcher in the ninth inning. And then do what you want, Mr. Jorge. Nice. That was not a strike. How in the hell is that fastball even remotely a strike? Come on now. GE, I'm just gonna let you do your thing. Really? Stop it with the fucking double plays. Like, literally nothing is going right for us offensively this game. If we do get on base, we hit into a double play the next hitter. It's really shitty. You guys need to fucking figure out your game, my dudes. A nice little sliding catch for Will Brennan there. Very nice. Okay, Brennan, you don't have to, like, murder yourself. But I appreciate the effort, nonetheless. I mean, all we've got to do is somehow do what we haven't done all day, which is actually hit the baseball. How hard could that be? Oh my god. Like, this was an offensive embarrassment. The Red Sox didn't earn shit in this game. I had 8 base runners, and I don't think anybody even made it to second except for the one walk. That was some fucking bullshit. I don't know what happened to you guys, if you just got tired or what your deal was, but this was a disgusting effort for everyone but the pitching staff. But the offense should all be ashamed of themselves and have a nice long hard think as we enter into an offseason. Because you let your team down, guys. There's no one else to blame but you. And other than game 2, you scored 2 runs in 2 games. That's not okay. So we're going to have some words. Now, to be fair, I'm not disappointed by how the season turned out. I'm just really annoyed by how the playoffs turned out. How did you get a hamstring strain where you're not even playing baseball? Whatever. Oh, am I allowed to do, like, international scouting people yet? Or no, not until... Oh, maybe. Can I? May I? It's under scouting and international. Okay, there's nobody to invite yet. Got it. Man. That was a super mega bummer 5,000 is what that was. Let's go ahead now and invite some people for scouting and fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then scooting, and then let's run the practice. We really like Jorge Arona, eh? Oh, technically, I think this counts as the off season. We can't have anybody on. Oh, yeah, I don't care. Damn, the Twins ended up making it to the World Series along with the Cardinals. That's pretty crazy. Another World Series for the St. Louis Cardinals. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to them. Man. Like, I don't want to waste. First of all, I better have gotten extended. You're damn right I did. You would give me Luis Gonzalez and Gregory Barrios. Interesting. Oh, they're lowering the mound. Okay, that's cool. This is a really interesting trade offer. Like, Luis Gonzalez, I don't give two shits about. He doesn't really impress me. He's whatever. What if I remove Gonzalez? Barrios is a potentially really good second baseman, and he plays shortstop too. This just gives us more flexibility. We'll do it. We'll at least send it back to him. How are we looking now? We are number 22. Wild. Okay. So let's talk about how the season actually worked out. Who played well, who played poorly, and what can we expect in the future? Tyler Soderstrom was a legitimate star this season. He's already proving to be an excellent player, and there's still more here, so I'm excited to see where things go from here. I didn't have high hopes for Jay Allen, but his incredible base stealing capabilities and his very competent play in center field made him a valuable piece to this team. Uribiel Angeles was fine. He might be on the way out, though. The only reason Max Muncy doesn't look better than he does right now is because he didn't play as much as Vargas did. I think moving on from Vargas was the right call. If Nick Allen could hit it all, I think he'd be a do-it-all shortstop, but I'll just settle for having a pretty good shortstop for right now. Brennan was good-ish. Higashioka was fine. Fujii was and wasn't a disappointment. The man drew walks and hit homers. That's kind of his job. He didn't get a ton of hits, but I'm still willing to give him at least another chance to bring it on home. So, overall, the offense wasn't that exceptional. If we look by weighted on base average, we had two players that were really above average, and Muncy and Soderstrom. Many players on this team are better than that. They're even a lot better than that. So I think we're just going to have to let things go and see if we can do better next season. Our starting outfield might be very different than this year's. Confidant, I definitely think, needs a chance to play full time. I know he's never played above high A, but he's got a ton of potential. I think he's at least going to get a chance in spring training. Oh, we're still waiting to hear back from the other guy. So, let's talk pitching now. By any stretch of the imagination, Paul Skeens was amazing. If he's not Rookie of the Year, I'll want to know who is. Because I think you're going to have a very difficult time convincing me it wasn't Skeens. He had a fantastic season, a great pitcher, and I think the best is yet to come. Shane McClanahan didn't pitch super great for us, but overall was very effective. Plus, we've got him locked up for several more seasons, and so we can expect more pitching excellence from him. A great bullpen. Our pitching was phenomenal. I just wish we had an offense worthy of it. That was our big issue, is that our hitters didn't hit timely. Now, this is going to be an interesting offseason because a lot of people are wanting to make a lot of money. And I can't even afford an appreciable fraction of some of the players that we have. So this is going to be very interesting. I'd love to get rid of Kyle Wright. Kyle Wright costs way too fucking much money for what he actually provides. So I think that's going to be our first step, is trying to trade him once free agents become available. Oh, sorry. No, it is the new league year, isn't it? Or is that once free agents file? That might be once free agents file. But, so next episode, we're going to deal with the arbitration pile here, and then figure out what we might want to do for the rest of the team. Jack Cushing can have a minor league extension. JP Sears, well, I guess he wants to stay in the majors. That's fine. Let's end the episode by checking on our talented rookies, see if anybody's worthy of a promotion. Cameo's doing nothing right, so I'm going to let him figure it out. Arguello and Alvarado all need some extra playing time. Fine. Julio Vela was always going to be kind of a questionable player. I'm going to let him play one more season in rookie ball, but this could be problematic. Oh, let's also super duper quick use my Calling the Minors view, and let's just cut some dudes. That should help with the playing time issue that some rookies weren't getting. Nolan Traeger. Barely played. Yeah, these guys are just going to stay in A-ball. Maybe not Campos. No, Campos too. Okay. You guys are all fine. Alex Watson. He did play pretty well in AA, but I'm going to let him stay in AA for right now and just improve himself a bit. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the outfield next season, but I can tell you that several players will not be on it any longer. And I think Confidant, look, I know he doesn't have a lot of minor league experience in the high minors. Understood. But he's a legit power threat. And we don't have many of those right now. It's Confidant, it's Muncy, and it's Soderstrom. And Fujii, too. So, honestly, it's probably going to be some combination of Confidant, Clark, and Allen. Or Confidant, Clark, and Hassel. One of those two. Because Allen did play at a pretty high level. Allen's also going to get some Rookie of the Year votes too, I imagine. But yeah, so that probably means no role for Will Brennan, no role for Vavra, which is whatever. Who's going to start at second base? I have no idea. Probably Angeles, though. Probably. Could also be Carlos Jorge. Man. I'm gonna go ahead and remove some people from the 38-man roster so we can have a discussion about who gets to stay. Is Carlos Franco any good? I don't think he is. I have a lot of average catchers. But I do think Cusack has a really good chance to get an opportunity to catch in the majors next season. He's just a really solid all-around catcher, and I think he'll be a good fit for the club. Because Higashioka's already gone. Who else probably needs to go? And we're just going to non-tender some fools, too. Just for the price of the same money. Some people are getting non-tendered, whether they like it or not. Thank you very much for watching. Despite the disappointing end to the season, I think it was actually a very positive one, and we saw a lot out of our pitching staff. It's going to be the offense's job to pick up the pace. It can't just be Soderstrom featuring Max Muncy. We need contributions up and down the lineup, especially in the postseason. So we'll look forward to that next time. Until then, though, this has been Abguardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.